It's not a good way to like just go back now, because then we don't know if we succeed. But
so Nathan,
I just want to mention that if we go back, we are going back in our bodies. Isabella is dead on Earth for like a decade, or no, more than that. So she doesn't have a body to go back to.
So she will take our body, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I see the point of doing that, but at this point we also have no knowledge of whatever is going to happen. So we can go back, talk to the people on Earth, and then come back if really we want to do that. But at least we will have some input from people that actually studied whatever is going on. Yeah.
It's too risky. We won't end up in the same place.
Yeah, but if we destroy that and Isabella Bain being away or dead,
one
there
thing
is
to
basically
point
no
out is
society
that
anymore.
right, electromagnetic pulses do not destroy devices; they simply shut everything down.
Yeah, break, not physically.
Right. Yeah, but they can be like rewired and reactivated. That's true.
It says temporarily
exactly
inoperable.
Correct. Temporarily. So, Helma.
Claire is still wondering about those piles of papers and reels.
Yeah.
Both those in this room and those in that other room that Margaret talked about, or if it was Yang-Su maybe. Yeah. She's still a little bit confused, but she thinks it's. I think we have to destroy anything that may help them to reassemble things before we try to destroy things. With her dead, maybe it will be more difficult for them to accomplish something if we destroy her notes.
Kasparian will say that nobody here could possibly use those notes. She kept that material completely under her control in terms of being able to understand what she was doing. To them, it will be complete garbage. They will not be able to use it.
What does he think that we should do?
What do you have to do to be safe on Earth and to help people here to...
Well, there are several... He doesn't know the details of your situation. He says, well, there's still... He's a little confused. He says, I don't know the situation that we are in. But what did you come here to do? To kill her? To... What was it? What do you need to do right now?
We need to stop the invasion.
Then he says the electromagnetic pulse will do it. That will shut it down. It will not destroy it. You can use it later if you want to. All of this is hit it. He says hit it hard. And
Max
Emma.
and
yeah, Max and Emma.
Max, you're muted.
Was fixing it. Thank you. It was just that we should at least look at those papers before we leave. It might be information that we need when we get home. Emma?
We can talk to the people.
Yes, you can.
And destroy this fantasy land that she have built up.
We can also use the microphone.
That's what she's talking about. Right.
Yeah.
Emma.
That's true.
We can just say that she's dead.
Right. You need to have somebody very good with words who understands the psychology of people they are talking to, and who is
because she's dead, but no one should touch her.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't want.
Well, Kasparian is quite pleased that you understand that. So yeah. Okay. So, do you guys want to talk on the microphone and then hit the whole thing with the electromagnetic pulse? Okay. So
I want to read those papers
no,
too.
we get that. But these
Okay,
are all long-term actions. I am talking about what is happening right now, like in the moment. So we can have a bucket list later for all the things we want to do. So then,
Electromagnetic pulse.
no, it's the talking first, I believe, because you want the microphone.
I think the electromagnetic pulse is a better idea first. So first we kill Isabella Bain, then we destroy her facility, and then we announce it.
Killed.
That, or at least the body.
We have checked off the first.
Yeah. So second is the magnetic pulse.
But the microphone will not work if we do the
Good point.
so that's
right. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to ask some questions first.
Yeah.
Nadia, will you give control of the body to Albert?
Yes.
Okay. Albert, what role are you going to make, and is anybody going to help? Yes, Helma.
Can Claire assist with, in this case, actually persuade?
I think that is absolutely correct.
I wanted to go for leadership.
I think that is absolutely correct. Yes, leadership
I
with the
jump
help
on
of
the
persuade.
I jump on the persuade chain.
Okay.
Margaret can help in two ways. Either persuade, but
what happens if we roll too low?
that's why I'm gonna ask Ron. That's a 6. But if she puts in lie,
no,
which
no.
You don't want lie.
There is no lie. It's you're telling the truth.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Then I skipped it.
Yeah.
We can help with cultures.
I need the results from the helpers.
Inferior.
Okay,
Wait,
sorry. There's too much ambient noise, Helma. I'm sorry. One at a time. I think I heard great from Helma, so that's one die. And what?
Nobody else
that.
helping?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Inferior.
No. -1, and then and there we go. Okay, +1 die for Nathan.
Okay, that's 10 dice.
Okay.
Ooh, that sucks. Seriously? 6. That's a good.
Yeah, it is. One moment.
Good enough.
I'm rolling some things. I am rolling for the activities.
That's 10 dice and poor and good. Ow.
Remember when Mark tried to abduct me?
Yeah.
9 dice. So it's possible to get it worse.
Yeah. I got a lot of 6s on my first throw. So in any game, I would have been really happy, but not there.
Okay. Tell me, you got a good finally, correct?
Yes.
A good is enough. There are 4 things that are happening around the city. You see, I was prepared for this. There are 4 things that are happening around the city. To attack the power plant, they needed a great. They got a good. To attack the transmatter device, they needed a great. They got a good. For the squids sabotaging the psychic activity around all the psychotronic devices operations, they succeeded with their task. For the Temple of Balance to create distractions all around the city, unfortunately they only got a poor, but they need a passable. What you just did with your good was give 1 extra effect for each one. Each one only missed by 1, so you have succeeded with all 4 through the most amazing luck that each of them missed only by 1, and you got 1 column shift to help them. So the power plant has been secured for the city. The transmatter device has been attacked and destroyed. The squids have shut down the power of the psychotronic devices like the rifles and things. and the Temple of Balance has succeeded in creating distractions to the organizational structure all around the city.
Wouldn't that be nice for our characters to know?
Yes.
But well,
in the now that things are settling down a little bit, you can connect with the other characters and learn these things. Now, here is my only other question. Are you going to try to jump back to Earth, and what will you do with Kasparian? Will you leave him in control of this body, for example?
Shouldn't
can we
do
try
the
to
EMP
get
first?
him with us?
Well,
He
yes,
can
but he
take
has
my-
to go
He can
somewhere.
take my body.
What do he want?
I will stay.
Actually, Kasparian wants to stay on. Kasparian, actually, no, he wants to get back to his team.
But he can take my body.
Okay, so
Can't we
Nyansu
try?
wants to stay, and Kasparian wants to go.
So he can be a woman.
No, he
He
will be
can be
going
a
back to.
Chinese woman that's going to prison.
Well, no, Nyansu is male.
Ah.
Right. So,
They actually
Maybe that
post
we want to discuss that together. We can wait for that.
okay. But last thing, Max, then?
The EMP. We should do the EMP.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
I need to get a passable in that.
yes.
In what?
In the EMP, the
No, with which power? Which
mechanical.
Yeah.
And I don't have that box checked, so I only have 3 dices in that.
I cannot help.
I could, but it's not going to help.
Is there any other way to do this?
You can simply disconnect the battery. You don't need to. You guys can just. It's okay. You guys are in control. Let me explain. You guys are in control of the cyber lab now. You can shut it down the ordinary way. It's not hard.
So Claire is going to ask a very simple question. Why don't we just draw every wire
Albert.
out of whatever
Right.
it is in?
As I said, it's not hard. There's no roll. So we can
Let's do that.
Right. Now here's my question. Will you try to return to Earth as you have described?
Yes, but
Okay.
reading the papers first.
Right. Okay.
I'm sorry. I really
and
want to.
Right.
Go
And
ahead.
what Kasparian asks is, keep this trans-ego device, don't ruin it. We need to create a constructive connection between Earth and Xenos. So he spends a moment concentrating. In fact, all of you can spend a moment bonding with Nyansu so that you can join him psychically if you return. Do you see what I mean? So, okay.
Yeah, I see.
And because of the sudden change on Earth due to all of these operations today, the Russians let you come back. They were the ones who were blocking you. They were not interested in these hour-long trips to Xenos and then coming back for a little tea. You know,
They didn't want the information. They just do it.
your job was to stop the damn attacks. Okay, this is an operation. So you will come back. Now we can talk later about other things for the future and stuff. But I think that as far as play is concerned, this setting is kind of cool enough that it would be fun to play more. But I think we can probably finish out here and to just talk it out about later
I want
material.
my experience points.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No,
Everybody
Another
gets their
time.
experience
Yes.
points. Finally, you have succeeded in this mission, and the time has come. Let me find the very, very, very small section here that.
I'm far
That's
more
what it is.
interested how Earth looks like when we come back.
I think
Although
I have some things to tell you. That's for sure.
Although I just can imagine that Clara's going to lie there with tears streaming down her face,
Right.
completely wrecked.
You guys will
That
get
much I can tell you.
right.
Just one question: Do I need to roll? Do we need to roll anything for the papers to remember anything?
No. You have this is not a crisis situation. And you have lots of people to help you, and it's going to be 16 plus. Each of you will get 18 skill points.
But we don't need to take it on the paper because we're not playing
It's
anymore.
just-
Oh, but it's fun to do.
And run.
It's fun to do. You know that.
And everybody else who wants to go ahead and distribute them.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. I feel that way. We want to see what you look like now. So, okay, everybody, thank you so much. We had an extra long and crazy game tonight, but I think that we can have a little discussion about Khaotic later and some of the insights. It's a very unusual role-playing game and very underappreciated, I think.
Can we meet next week and then take a break, maybe?
I think that sounds great. And maybe you can introduce dialect to us just as an introduction.
I can do that too, but I also would like to talk about this game.
I completely agree. That's a perfectly good session for us to do those two things, I think.
And close, I mean, kind of.
Oh, I agree. We need some closure on a few things for this game. I agree.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. You have very vivid characters.
Thank you.
I think they're all really, really quite something. So
I'm as wasted as Claire, guys.
yeah, it's time. Good night.
See you next week.